Hello everyone, my name's Giselle, and recently I designed myself a fursona. And I have a cat, I have a little kitty, she's my best friend in the entire world, and so she needs one too. So I'm going to be making her a fursona, and just to add extra measure to it, I'm going to make her a skinsona. I'm going to make her a human. I'm going to design her as a human. So I hope you're as interested in my cat as me, because I can't stop posting and talking about her. Yeah.
Forme 1 cat.
Okay, her first form, her first evolution, it's just her as a little kitty cat. Originally I planned on turning these drawings into like a little table of her transforming, like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I didn't end up doing that, but that's why we're getting a kitty cat drawing. Also because I suck at drawing cats and I needed to practice. Lock me up. If drawing cats is a crime, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, you can tell I'm struggling here. She looks insane. I was actually directly referencing from a picture. It's probably up on screen right now. So I don't know how I was struggling so much with the proportions of this, but I got it eventually, I think. Also, her booty hole was out for this drawing, but I didn't want to draw that, so I just gave her a little X. If you ever played Neko Itsume, it's a like phone game with little kitty cats. That's what I was thinking of when drawing this. Also, I gave her those little angel wings there because in real life I have a lead for her and I walk her around, and the lead has like little angel wings on the harness part, so I thought it would be cute. Also, I have an Instagram account for it because I'm embarrassing, and it's called Angel Kitty Livy. So like the angel symbolism had to be there, but I realized because of the fact she's like lying on her back with her eyes closed and she's got the angel wings there, this kind of looks like an obituary. It kind of looks like she's, kind of looks like I'm grieving her, which I'm not. I've had her for 2 months. So she's still kicking. Anyways, I also really struggled for the coloring of this. I think next time what I'd like to do is just alpha lock the area and then paint the same way but with different layers for each color, because I don't know if you can tell, but I did all of this on the same layer. And that was frustrating because she is such a multi-toned cat. There are parts of her where it's like reddish brown and parts where it's like greenish brown. And so I came to this issue where I couldn't get it so that all of her seemed accurate. I really had to mess around with like the color adjustments and stuff to get this right. I think she's a little more reddish than I ended up sticking with, but I was so tired. This is the simplest drawing out of the 3 I do in this, and it took the longest time. Also, on the topic of this looking like an obituary, I did try to, even it out a bit by adding that lined paper in the back and adding some little doodly cats next to her, and I think it worked. I think it looks a little more cheerful and fun, and no one else has pointed it out to me, so maybe I'm just a bit evil. And then I also felt like I didn't really create the fur texture enough. I added some little lines. I think I just would add more of them, or maybe even just have a brush that like a smudge brush to go over it. I don't know, I'm still learning to drawing animals, so this was just kind of fun. It's not too serious. There she is.
Forme tout en trop.
She's becoming a furry! Uh-oh. I haven't drawn furry art in so many years. I haven't drawn furry art since I was like 13, and then I drew it not too long ago, and now I'm addicted. I love drawing furry art. I don't know why I ever stopped. Guys, if you stop yourself from being cringe, if you look back at your young self and you think, oh, I was so cringe back then, I'm so much better now, you are worse because you are unhappy. You are unhappy. I'm deciding that for you. Recently, I started listening to Hamilton again. And also drawing furries again. And I know that is an embarrassing thing to admit, but I am freer than ever. Also, I learned all of the Hamilton lyrics for a girl I liked in intermediate school, so there's that. But I'm not going to talk too much about that, that's in the past. Anyways, onto the design. So my original thought was, since I buy a lot of like girly stuff for her, because I'm kind of projecting, I'm like a sad beige mom but with pink. So like her hairbrush and her bathing brush and her toys and her harness and everything, it's pink. So I thought it would be kind of cute to contrast that by giving her like this pink dress and then these big chunky shoes. But then I remembered she has this little knitted mouse that I got given from the place that I adopted her from, and she has torn it to bits. She loves it. So I thought it would be cute to give her like a knitted or like crochet mouse bag in the same shape. And then I kind of wanted to carry on that crochet look more, because I know it's a stereotype that cats play with wool and most of them don't, but I actually have wool in my house, and so my cat does play with it. She messes that stuff up. And so I thought it would be cute to kind of cover her in like knitted stuff. So I gave her little leg warmers, and I did originally try to put the leg warmers over the sneakers, but it was just too chunky. Like, there was no other point in the drawing that looked quite as stuffy, I guess, quite as full. So I ended up just changing her shoes to plain brown shoes. I still think that since the shoes are so chunky, it kind of has the same effect as the big chunky sneakers. It's just, you know, I liked the idea of the sneakers, so I felt a little sad to let it go, but I had to. And then I just covered her in more knitted and crochet stuff. Also, I had a lot of fun with the silhouette. When I went into this, I really wanted to push, like all of these drawings, I really wanted to push the silhouettes. So even though I already do big heads, I gave her a really big head. And even though I already do big feet, I gave her really big feet and big hands, and like, I just wanted her to seem super exaggerated, and I had so much fun with this. I want to draw more of these. I put it on my Instagram, but if you want to commission me for $15, 15 buckaroos, I'll do this to your animal too, because I want to draw more animals like this. It's such a fun style, for real. You should definitely try it. Or commission me, who knows.
Final form human.
Now I'm making her skinsona. Isn't that a disgusting term? Her skinsona. So like I said, I still wanted to push the silhouettes with all of these drawings, and so when I was drawing the initial like base sketch for this, my first thought was like, I want to make that big puffy skirt as noticeable as possible. My cat's very bubbly, but she's shy, but then gets to know you and is super friendly, so I kind of wanted her to have friendly shape language, but then not a super energetic pose or anything, I guess, because she's very nervous around new people. She hates leaving the room. It's why, like, when she leaves the room, I've got to take her on a lead. I've got to drag her out, you know? But anyways, I wanted to make her super bubbly, so I gave her the angel wings, which are one bubble, her skirt, which are like another bubble, and then her legs, I tried to put in a kind of round pose and make them kind of thicker, so it's another bubble. Also, making her a bit wider kind of makes the shortness of the character more obvious, and I wanted her to look short because she is actually a super small cat. The pictures don't really do it justice, but she is tiny. When I walked into the SPCA, which is where I adopted her, the first thing I said was, oh my gosh, she's so tiny, like I didn't notice. She is so small. To be fair, at the time she was still a 9-month-old little kitten, but she's grown now. She's 11 months old, and she's still tiny. She's still minuscule. And I don't think she's growing much more than this, at least according to the adoption place. If she is, I'm fine with it. I'm not someone that's super attached to kittens and like needs a small cat, but it definitely is cute. Anyways, I did try to add in the mouse bag to this design as well, but I didn't end up going that route for 2 reasons. First of all, I already did it once and I just kind of wanted to explore more ideas, and second of all, I kind of wanted this design to be more silhouette focused, and so I didn't want to have so much of the chunky like big knitted pieces. So anyways, onto the design. Livy has a bald spot on one side of her head. I'm not sure what it's from. She's had that since we adopted her. I'm guessing it's from when she was on the streets living it rough. But it's starting to grow back in, but I decided to give her side bangs to kind of represent that little bald spot. I put the bow on her head to kind of allude to cat ears. I didn't want her to be like at all non-human, and I wanted her to be completely human. I did think about adding cat ears, but I didn't. And then the angel wings, obviously that comes back to her harness. I also put the white like belt and backpack straps around her, the same way the harness goes around her. And then the collar, obviously, because she wears a collar. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. And then the roller skates, I feel like that added more like playfulness to her without having to make her super in your face, because she's not. I really struggled with this. I feel like normally when I make friendly characters, I do that by making them energetic, so it's interesting making a kind of reserved character that's also super friendly. But this was really fun. That's the video. I hope you liked it. I had a lot of fun pushing the silhouettes. there's my commissions. Buy them if you like me. Don't buy them if you hate me and want the death penalty for me. Goodbye!